Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. We're gonna do a little what I eat in a day. So you'll have seen I took my levothyroxine, and usually after you take levothyroxine, you need to wait 30 minutes at least. I tend to do like probably between 45 minutes to an hour just because I don't really rev up my hunger that much that early in the morning. So I can take it, get on with my day, maybe get some things done around the house, which I needed to do because we were in Atlantic City all weekend with David's parents, which was awesome and so much fun. I had an audition that I needed to film on Friday and didn't get a chance to like put away all the self-tape equipment and everything. So I put that away. I've been doing some laundry, and I don't mind doing that stuff in the morning, to be honest with you, because I'm more insulin resistant in the morning. Why not throw in a little movement there to kind of aid in the alleviation of that? So I've had a pretty nice flat morning. Yes, please. So for this morning's breakfast, I've got my unsweetened almond milk latte. You guys know I love unsweetened almond milk to blunt the impact of that caffeine blood sugar raise, which I get. So the morning elixir, obviously. And then I've got unsweetened almond milk yogurt, blueberries, and banana. But you'll have seen my very fun mini bananas, which if anybody shows me anything mini, I'm like, please take my money. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple units for that. I have Lumjev in my insulin pump. It's not there, it's back here. I changed it last night. So I have Lumjev in my insulin pump, so I'll wait like a couple minutes. But I didn't want to take my bolus too early because I was doing all that running around, and you know, you never know quite where things are gonna settle out when there's a lot of movement, especially going up and down the stairs, so using my quads, so really big muscle to use and great to bring blood sugars down if they're high. So yeah. This is just so good. It's like a Greek style almond milk yogurt. So it's got a little bit more protein in it. Oh, and by the way, mini bananas taste just like regular bananas. They're just mini. A very exciting thing I'm doing at the moment is I'm getting my Pilates teacher training certification. So forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, what it feels like forever, but probably like 15 years, I've done mostly reformer Pilates, and I love reformer Pilates. I found it sort of by accident. There was a studio near me in London that opened up that was like offering this deal, and I had never tried it before, and I was curious about it. And I tried it, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with how strong it made me feel. I fell in love with how well my blood sugars were during and after. Like, it was the type of movement that I could do without worrying about going super duper low or super duper high. Exercise is doable for everyone. That major includes type 1 diabetics. I so believe that. And we can do any type of exercise we want to, but it just takes planning. With reformer, I've found it takes a little bit less planning, and it really has a wonderful impact. I could go on and on about this, but I'm getting my certification and I'm very excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it afterwards, and that all remains to be seen, but I'm so excited to be doing it, and I'm fascinated by the learning process. I'm learning a new skill, and it's like woken up a part of my brain that I haven't really worked before. And I went to acting school after high school. I always joke, I like say I went to clown college after high school, which, so I haven't been in like a traditional educational atmosphere for a long time. So I'm probably gonna study up until I go to my bounce class, which is another exercise modality that I love a lot, and that is jumping on the rebounder. Now that one takes a little bit more planning from a type 1 diabetes perspective. It's much more cardiovascular exercise and high intensity. That's about like a 25-minute walk that I go there, 25-minute walk I walk back, and then a 50-minute class. Okay, let's study. on the way now to tramp class, the bouncy thing that I love to do. So heading there now, it's about a 20-minute walk. You'll have seen that I pop myself into activity mode. I do it about half an hour before the class starts. So that way I have half the class with activity mode on and half not, because I find personally with my Omnipod 5 that when I don't start the activity mode early, it's a problem. I end up going low, especially with something like this, which is very high energy, high cardio. But also if I don't have it stop early, sometimes I can go high. So I need that sweet spot in between where I come in with a little less basal rate on board, and then I come out having resumed halfway through the class. That's how I do it. Doesn't work every time. So by all means, do not follow my instructions. You know, with diabetes, we never really know what's gonna happen. But we try. I also should say, I always pack so many snacks with me. It makes me feel better, it makes me feel more prepared. If I need to have like a little bit of something before going into the class, no problemo. Right now, I'm 134 side arrow, and I think I put it into activity mode at like 144 side arrow. I'll probably wait another couple minutes and then recheck and see. But like also, and everybody should know this, if you need to sit down and take a break in the class, that's no problem. And if you feel weird about it, which like when I was getting my confidence up, like going to exercise classes and like dealing with lows when I was trying to figure out my dosing and stuff, I just go to the bathroom and just hang in the bathroom for a little bit while it comes up. Like there is no shame. Nobody is judging you, and as like an instructor in training, I realize this even more. People just want the best for you. Also, most people are just focused in on themselves, not even focused in on what you're doing and worried about you. They're worried about themselves. So take the class, take a break if you get a low or you need anything, and live your life. Just want to instill that confidence. Back from the gym. I actually went a bit high during the workout, and I took like a teeny tiny correction dose. I like quartered the suggested correction dose. And this was after my temp basal timed out, but now I'm 80, straight arrow going down. Not ideal that I went high, and not ideal that I'm low now, but it is time for some lunch, so we'll figure it out. And just as I'm about to start cooking, we've got the side arrow and the 78, so it looks like I'm gonna be okay. So I'll cut up some apple to have with lunch, but I don't think I'm gonna need to like super duper correct because my Omnipod 5 has caught me. Can I help you? Listen, they may not look like much, but I'm very excited about these wraps, and I got my apple and a Moroccan, a really urgent low right now, so that's very poor. I feel pretty awful from the low, and I'm just gonna not take any insulin, get some food in me, and let that juice kick in. Guess I should have had that activity go in for longer. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the correction. Feeling a bit bummed about this, to say the least. Don't mind me, just spilling everywhere. I blame the low. All right, so it's several hours later. I've done some more laundry, unpacking organizational stuff from the weekend. David and I went over some contract stuff that we needed to note up, did some more Pilates studying, of course, all that jazz. But now comes to like my favorite thing that I've been looking forward to all day. I get to have an appointment with a registered dietitian nutritionist online, and it's a gal that I've been working with for a little bit. and I'll tell you more about it afterwards, but I've just really been looking forward to this because it's been such a joy to work with her. Just got off a Zoom with my registered dietitian, and that brings me to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Nourish. I don't think I've ever been this excited to tell you guys about a sponsor ever. To put it simply, Nourish is an online platform that helps people find and speak with registered dietitians and have it covered by their insurance. But not only is it registered dietitians, you can really find somebody on this platform that specializes in your needs. That's how I found Kelly. She's a certified diabetes educator. She specializes in not only diabetes, but type 1 diabetes. She blew me away in our initial consult, asking me about glucose readings and continuous glucose monitors and what pump was I on. She knew it all. Everything we talk about, she condenses down into like these actionable, real steps that I can take to slowly but surely move towards more of my health goals. And all this has my type 1 diabetes threaded through all the pieces of advice. Part of the reason why I'm training to be a Pilates instructor, part of the reason why I'm so passionate about sharing information like this is because I want nutrition and health and information like this is the whole reason why I have this channel. I want it to be accessible for everyone. There is so much out there, and that can be very confusing, but once you know where to look, it can be so powerful and empowering, and it does not have to cost a ton of money, if at all. It takes 5 minutes to sign up. You can sign up at usenourish.com/she's diabetic. I'll list it here and down in the description box below. Super easy to sign up, super easy to put your insurance information in. They will then give you an estimate of your cost, which of course for me and like 94% of people comes up that your estimate is $0, which we love $0. But then on top of that, there's a no surprise billing guarantee. So if for some reason after the appointment it ends up being higher, they are not going to charge you that higher rate. They will charge you what they estimated. And we all know for type 1 diabetics, we are very familiar with the high cost of healthcare. This is why I really feel comfortable and happy recommending this, because this is really important. Thank you so much to Nourish for sponsoring today's video. And speaking of food, I think it's dinner time. See, I've been talking about food so much, I'm excited now to eat. This is gonna look a little bit like a hodgepodge, but I'm extremely excited about it. So first of all, let's start with more or less the dessert first. I'm gonna have these little bananas with peanut butter. After, I've got rice cakes, egg salad, homemade soup, vegan cheese, hummus, carrots, and this is Sir David's meal, which is like a grain bowl thing with chicken. So it's a bit of a his and hers picnic type of meal, but how do you feel about it? Hello. I actually got like a unit on board as I was getting all this ready, and I'm gonna take another like couple units to cover dinner. I'm 113 side arrow going down, so going to another couple units on board for dinner. Because it's like a bit of a pick and mix meal, I can always add more as I'm eating. That's kind of how I approach like the picnicky type of bits meals. I get a little on board, then a little more, then I see how I feel, a little more, etc. And this is really great because this took us like 2 seconds to prepare. The egg salad I had on hand, the soup was already made. It's just like carrots, hummus, and then your bowl was already made, David's bowl. That's kind of what I've been like working with this registered dietitian about, like just having things ready to go so it's easy to grab, because David and I were not really of the cooking variety, are we? Oh. Balance, working on it. Thanks for coming on the What I Eat in a Day. Wishing you a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Wishing you great blood sugars, straight CGM lines, all of that good stuff. but most importantly, wishing you a happy, healthy mind with it all. What's your random fact for the day?
That a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance of flamingos.
Oh, that's good.
That's good trivia.
What's the other one that's like a murder?
Of crows.
Not just a hat rack.
I think zebras has a good one, but I don't know.
Zebras?
Yeah.
A stripe.
I don't think so.